Welcome everybody, and thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode of Talk to Talk with me, Dish. I am so humbled to be sitting here with such an amazing man. Today I'm going to be interviewing the extraordinary Tebatso Vleis Manyama, but better known as Vleis, the dealer principal of Hatfield VW Melrose Arch. Vleis is an ambitious, adaptive and enthusiastic person. He is also very expressive, curious and spontaneous. But what stands out about Vleis is his ability to look at issues from different and unique perspectives. He always tries to find new methods and innovative ways to get his desired results and accomplish his goals. Also very passionate about women empowerment, and women might I add. He believes that women are equal to men and that they can succeed in any role or any situation if they are determined and disciplined. This is just one of the many commendable qualities of Vleis, but let us hear more from the man himself. So let's welcome Vleis, proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions.
Hello.
I'm not even going to be formal with you and do the good day thing and all of that.
Thank you.
Because you are such a down-to-earth guy.
Yeah. I don't like formality and scripts. So I just came here because I want to have a chat and just let you know what's on my mind.
And you're so excited about this, right?
Yeah, very
That's
excited.
That's why you did a facial and everything.
I had a facial this morning, and I told Norma, I'm like, you gotta get my good side right, because I know I'm gonna be sitting this way, and you better make sure I look good.
I love that. Please, I love a man that takes care of himself. I really do.
Absolutely.
Very handsome, I must say.
Oh, stop it.
Let's start. We're both in the motoring industry, and this is the reason you're here today.
Yeah.
So I think let's start. Firstly, I want to say that the reason that I've actually brought you into studio is because of what was said about you from the man himself, Brad Capital. What an amazing guy. He came into studio. I've interviewed him last week, so it was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you accepted this interview. So I think the purpose of today's interview is actually to to talk to our viewers about the industry and how did you become involved, and you're now a dealer principal. Tell us, take us through your journey.
I always say I'm a salesperson disguised as a dealer principal. Deep down, I still just love selling cars. But how it all started is very interesting. I mean, Mr. Brad Capital had a lot to do with this, because growing up, if you told me I was going to sell cars, I would have laughed at you. Like, sell cars? I mean, salespeople, it's like it's like, what do you sell cars? Didn't you have anything else to do? Yes. That was back then, but now it's actually a career.
Right.
And thanks to Mr. Brad Capital that he did show me from an early age that, listen, you get this right, it's going to be a career. So, I went to school in Highlands North Boys High School in Joburg.
Okay.
And that's when I met Mr. Brad Capital, and I'm best friends with his sons.
Michael Capital.
Mike Capital,
right.
and Steve Capital, you know what I'm saying? So then, after matric, I went to America. I got a soccer scholarship. So my dream was always to play soccer. Wow. Okay. So I had a soccer scholarship and came back to South Africa 4 years later with a degree and all that, and I still wanted to play soccer. And I think that's when Mr. Capital was like, you coming to sell cars.
Gosh.
But I didn't want to. I'll be honest, I didn't want to, because I'm like, selling cars, that's just not for me. I mean, I didn't go to school to come sell cars. Because that was the perception. That I know friends and family who I have hired over the years. Wow. They were also like, "What are you crazy?" You know what I'm saying? So, and then, well, Mr. Capital sat me down. Listen, there's a career in selling cars. You can be a salesperson. You can be a manager. You can be. You gotta work hard though. So that's one thing I'll always be grateful, is that he said, you got the potential to become this. Yes. But it only comes with hard work. Yeah. As much as I know you, I'm not going to do you any favors. Right. And I'd like to believe that I've put in the yards. And it's only the beginning, really. I feel like I've just started. I don't know. I just feel like every time I reach a certain point, I feel like, no, man, I can do more than this. Wow. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel right now. So when Mr. Capital said, listen, come through, we can teach. I mean, I started as a trainee. 3 months, I used to run around, go fetch cars.
Yes.
They used to send me everywhere.
Yes.
Became a salesman for 4 years. Became top salesman. Oh, I was the rookie of the year my first year as a salesman in the headphone group.
Okay.
Became a top salesman. Then I became manager, won a few awards with VW Manager of the Year, this and that. For a few years, became dealer principal, won a few awards as dealer principal. So now I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, Mr. Kef, so what's next?
What's So you've been with VW and this brand only?
In my whole life, I've only worked for one company, and that's Headfield.
Wow.
I left school and joined Headfield VW, and that's it. I started at Bryanston with Cheryl Claessens, who taught me a lot.
Her, yes.
Yeah, she taught me a lot. I was with her for 8 years with Matt Boylan, and they taught me so much. And then I picked it up from there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you love the most about your job? Well, not your job, because
my career.
Yes.
Yeah, I call it a career because I love interacting with people.
Yes.
And I also love how people grow. I see these people. I'm like, I've seen these people start from nothing all the way from. I've seen people start in the wash bay, and they become top salespeople, and that is just unbelievable to me. That is just like, it's stuff money can't buy that, because it's one thing for you to be successful. I'm gonna put it in inverted commas because it depends how you judge success, but it's another thing to get other people to be successful.
Right.
So I love that, and of course I love our clients.
Right.
And
we were talking earlier on about your culture at work. You know, you said, well, I was being videoed and followed by my cameraman, and I had a suit jacket and I had a shorts behind the desk.
Yeah.
So I know there's a what's your staff complement like? How many people?
We got 55 people.
55 people.
My culture is different in my dealership.
Wow.
It's the most different dealership in the country.
You are such a down-to-earth person, so vibrant and lovable. And, like, I find it a little bit difficult to take you seriously.
I find it difficult to take me seriously.
Out of 55 people, what's your leadership style like?
So it's process. You gotta have a process, and it's one thing to have a vision, but the people must see your vision as well. And once those people know your vision and they can see it, they must know this is fun time. When we have fun, but when we work, there must be a line. If you don't draw that line, if you got your 10 favorites, it's never gonna work. It's never. And unfortunately, I can't be a dealer principal all the time. I can't do it. It's not me. It's not my personality.
Right.
So I like to go in, have fun. We shoot stupid videos. We post them on our, that's just how we are. But we'll shoot a stupid funny video, but then when we work, guys, we got targets to hit. And they know that it's work time. I mean, I could, it's so funny. So I could come to you now and something will go right and I go hard on you. And 5 minutes later, and I'm like, dude, come, let's just shoot a quick stupid skit quickly. Let's shoot a skit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, I told you I don't need to tell you about work. It's over.
It's over.
Stop being in your feelings. Now, let's do something fun. There's gotta be a line.
Have to. I do that with my staff as well. I'm like, listen, and when I'm serious, I'm serious. They know 100%. It. But I'm literally just bounce back in the next 5 minutes. I mean, let's do something fun. Let's just have fun. What drives and motivates you every day?
Knowing that I've got so much more to give and so much more to achieve. And don't get me wrong. Let's call a spade a spade. I love money motivates anybody.
There we go.
Okay, let's not beat around the bush here. But I also love recognition, and every time you recognize, knowing that I want more, so more people can recognize. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing for me. Like I say, I love that we can make good money. But recognition for me is very, very crucial.
That's awesome. And let's talk a little bit about women in your dealership. Do you have enough?
I've got.
Do you have 50%?
Not 50. I'll say about 40%.
That's good. That's excellent.
About 40%.
Okay, so in a couple of years, we should have 50%, right?
Here's the thing with me and women is that not only do I want women, but they must also be good enough and believe they're good enough.
Capable. Absolutely.
They're capable, and I can tell you, most of the women are capable. It's just that some are made to think they're not capable, and if I say you're in charge, I don't check if you're a guy or you're a woman.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Are you
are you a leader? Are you capable? Do you have the brains for it?
Yes.
That's it. If they can put you behind a curtain or whatever, I'm like, and they say this one's personality is like this, I'm going to choose one. Don't tell me what gender that person is. Are you capable?
No, I agree with you, but I do agree with you. However, remember, a lot of women are not privy to the information or the education of what's available to them in the motoring industry.
100%.
So I'm not gonna.
And I blame us men for that.
I don't blame you, men.
No, I blame us.
I blame circumstances for that. I blame the past for that.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to change.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I love the fact that men like you, come forth and say, I recognize this.
Yes.
And I do want a change within within the dynamic of the situation.
Yeah, I think, one of the biggest problems is that some men are scared of women being smart or even smarter than them, which is not, it's not a good thing. I mean, I look at Jade Capital, for example, Brad's daughter. We're very, very close, and some of the things she teaches me, I'm 6 years older than her, but she's a psychologist as well, and sometimes she talks to me and she sees it from a different point of view, like how about you try this, and I've tried some of the methods and stuff she told me, and my business has done this.
Wow.
I'm happy. Like, why would I don't care if she's younger than me and she's part of my team. She sees something that can sort out my business. You could be 20 years old for all I care. Come in.
Yes,
you on the same team as me. I'm happy with that.
We learn from everybody around us.
100%.
I just want to say, Jade Capital, her name has come up now twice in the last week. So Jade Capital, if you're watching, thank you for sending your dad over. Because of your dad, now I got Mr. Vleis over, and so you're next, okay? Okay, so then in light of that, what advice would you give young girls entering into this field?
Okay, I'd want them to go to the right group first of all, the Hatfield group, because we recognize women is, men and women is equal, and like we say, we want people who are capable. And if you are capable, there's two type of people. And I was listening to a book with my guy Fresh on the way back from Limpopo the other day, and there's two types of people. There's people who are smart enough but are scared to raise their hand up.
Right.
And you're like, listen, if you're good enough, we want you to raise your hand. Then there's also those people who always want to answer first and they don't really know what they're talking about. Now, what I'm saying is, ladies, if you know what you're talking about, if you're positive and confident about what you're talking about, put your hand up. Put your hand up. Call me. You can even call me. Call me at Hatfield VW Melrose Arch and say, listen, this is me. This is what I bring to the table, and we'll have a look at it. I'll look at you as a human being first before anything. If you're capable, put your hand up.
I love that. Thank you. And I mean, hello, this is what this platform is here for. It's to empower women, and it's to educate women, and it's to allow them the opportunity to enter these spaces, and this man has just validated that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And tell me something. So you've obviously heard about this platform, right?
Yeah.
The Motoring Woman of the Year Awards.
Yeah.
Some people from your group has actually, some
I
ladies.
from Chantel, Esmarie, everybody.
Yeah, so they've been nominated, some won, I think. So how do you feel about this? It's the first ever in the world, award ceremony like this for women in the world. And this is the first talk show in the world, digital talk show by women for women. How do you feel about these initiatives?
First of all, I'm very proud of you. Can I just give you a round of applause? Because this is just beautiful. This is amazing. I mean, I was talking to you off air, and just the conversations we're having, I'm like, unreal. For me to be invited to a platform like this that you run is unreal. So keep up the good work. And again, it goes to what we said. You're capable. Yes, you're a woman, but you're capable. This is as good as any show you'd ever be about, talking cars or talking. You are good enough. You're just capable. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you
and
so
well
much,
done.
Vleis.
And if you just literally, that's what needs to happen. Somebody must just open the door, and like you said, sometimes we're gonna kick the door open.
Yes.
Sometimes we just want the key.
Yes.
But if they don't give us the key, we'll kick it open.
Yeah.
Because the next person, the next lady behind you, you'll give her the key.
Yes.
Like, listen, I've
and not
kicked the
just
door
give
open.
it the door is going to be open.
It's gonna be,
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, listen, I've kicked it. You can see it's possible.
Yes.
Come.
And again, I'm going to say it, and I say it all the time because different audience watches different shows.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, we talked about Vleis Manyama, and she always says, Desh, we'll kick those doors down.
Yeah.
And but she always also says, Desh, we will leave it better than we found it. She's now the CEO of VW.
Which is amazing.
So,
Well done, Masha. I'm proud of you.
So
Yeah, I chat to her every now and then on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
To say, well done, Masha. So,
you love LinkedIn, eh?
no,
All these
very,
motoring ladies.
Like, I'm not just... LinkedIn is very professional. So.
Vleis, I must ask you, I'm having so much of fun, I must say, in
I'm
this interview.
enjoying
I
this.
really am enjoying
yeah.
it. But you look like a person that always that stays inspired, and you know that you're motivated. So how do you do this?
The motivation part. You know, it's people. It's funny. Like I always say to people, I'm not a motivational speaker. Some things you can't run away from. People say you're the role model, and like I don't really want to be anybody's role model, but I can't run away from it.
Right.
And they said, ask me what keeps me going. And yeah, I've got people that, you know, like your Brad Keftel, I see what he's done, that motivates me. I've got this person that motivates. But the biggest thing that does it for me, what makes me wake up every day, is I have a vision of me 10 years from now. And I want to get to that person. And the reality is, in 10 years' time, if you're going to ask me what motivates you, I'm going to say, I've got a vision of me 10 years from now. Because I'll never catch that person, because that person is also growing. So I've got this vision of this guy I want to be, let's say 5 years from now, not even 10 years. That this is the guy, the man I want to be. And I wake up, and some days are just tougher than others, man. And I'm like, oh, come on, you got to do this. And then I'm like, geez, that guy 5 years from now, he was working hard at this age, man. You got to get out of bed and go do your thing.
Right.
And that guy I look up to. That's the guy I want to be.
Who else do you look up to?
I did mention Brad Keftel. Who else do I look up to?
The tattoo on your hand.
Oh, okay. That's good. I'm glad
That
you
one.
mentioned this.
Yes, I'd like to hear about that.
So in here, it's my, what's this? PG-16. just checking.
No.
So in here, it's all the people that inspire me.
Okay.
This arm is my inspiration arm. So I've got my mom's face.
Right.
I've got my dad's initials. I've got Muhammad Ali. And I've got a tattoo that says, if anybody asks who I am, which is the world's greatest, which is Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
I've got Still I Rise, which is Maya Angelou.
Yeah. Oh, Maya Angelou again.
Yeah, I've got Barack. I've got Nelson Mandela. 46664, and that says thank you. So he's behind bars, and looking through his cell, there's Obama.
Gosh.
And it says hope, because Mandela was looking for hope, and there's Obama there.
Oh,
decades
love
later.
it.
And
Love
why
it.
Obama is was because I studied in America. When he became president, I was in America. And I've had a soft spot for him. And the latest one I had, which was now in December, it's Prisoner 1323/69, which was the year. And that's Mama Winnie Mandela.
Okay.
And that was the latest. These are all my
And then
inspirations.
in a few years from now, you'll have Desh first motor.
Oh, Dash, absolutely.
Okay.
What do you mean 3 years? I mean next week. Next week I'm getting Dash. What do you mean 3 years?
Hey, listen, moving back to that question, when I asked you to validate or endorse my woman empowerment initiatives, and it just slipped my mind. I actually wanted to say it then. And you actually endorsed me as a person, and I took it and I received it and I said nothing, but I must say, okay, that question was not aimed at me, it was about the initiative, but I take it, I receive it, I proclaim it, and so thank you for that. But listen, Vleis, we have a few minutes left, I think, and I'm just checking my production team behind there, but we have a few minutes, and you brought, I had no idea when I invited you, okay, but you brought such great news to me because I'm a motoring journalist, okay, and I'm not into fancy clothes, and you know, I just sit here being myself, doing my thing, and I'm like, I need clothes, Vleis. And Vleis said, listen, I have my own line of clothes, and he does a line called King Vleis, right?
King Vleis
Tell me
clothing.
a bit about that. Oh wait, and then I'm going to tell you the good news after that.
Oh, yeah, so King Vleis clothing started with our first lockdown.
Okay.
But also it's a concept that I've had for years. So it's about 5 months old or whatever, but I call it King Vleis, which is my name, because I've been building myself as a brand, me as a person for years.
Right.
So when you buy the clothes, you're not really buying the clothing. You're buying the whole package.
Yes.
You're buying the energy.
Yes.
You're buying the positive energy. You're buying the fun side of it. You're buying the hard work. You're buying everything. So when you get that item, we welcome you to royalty first of all, because the king says welcome to royalty, and you're buying the whole package. It's more than just clothing. Yeah, I chose clothing. I could have chosen King Vleis shoes, but it's the King Vleis that matters.
Because that's what envelopes you. In any case.
Yes. Like I said to people, I'm like, so my team is like, well, you're calling it your own name. Some people might hate you, and the one way stuff like, I've got more people who love me than hate you. The haters is fine. It's fine. I'm not even gonna endorse them. Don't worry about them.
Love that. So the good news is that King Vleis have decided to sponsor me and dress me for the show.
Yes.
So I thank you for that. I thank you so much for that.
Thank you for allowing me to dress you.
I'm very excited about it. This is not just a show empowering women in motoring, or this is empowering. Actually, what you're doing is it's a gesture of empowerment in itself. So I am so glad to join forces with you on this one.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that. Look at you, you're so snazzy. Maybe I'm going to be just as snazzy in three months from now.
No, just let's say you'll be here.
Nice. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Dash.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it.
I know you've got 55 people back at the dealership waiting for you. So I'm not going to
waiting for me to go shoot some stupid video we're going to post.
Yes, but I love your energy. I love I just love your energy, and I thank you for bringing this spark and this fun element to the motoring industry.
Thank you very much.
And I hope there's going to be many more places.
I think that's
many more meets.
Before we go, I think, like I said, it's what people ask me, what legacy do you want to leave? I want many more little chops and Vleises to come through. If I can get more people, more little Vleises to come through, I'll say that's the legacy I want to leave, because it's not just about me. It's about opening that door, like we said, and make sure everybody else comes through.
Absolutely. Let's leave it better than we found it. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dash.
Thank you. So viewers, thank you for watching, supporting and following us once again. Also, please remember to follow us on our social media platforms, and don't forget, we have thousands of vehicles on sale to choose from countrywide on our vehicle listing page at www.womantalk.co.za. And remember, viewers, we only advertise for bank accredited dealerships. Ladies, passionate people. Oh, by the way, before I even get into that, we have Hatfield. So we have VW stock on our site. So you can go and buy from. Support this guy.
Melrose
Arch. Melrose Arch.
Yeah.
Ladies, passionate people have a deep sense of purpose and are often selfless in their actions, right? They also know themselves. They have a clear sense of their values and their beliefs, and they live by them just like Vleis does. They are sure to generally accept themselves as imperfect and growing, seeing life as a series of choices and options. They are driven by goals and are result-oriented. They don't let anything stop them. They have a will to find a way attitude and don't accept no for an answer. By the same token, they are also enthusiastic about the success of others and empower others wherever they can, just as Vleis does, right? Finally, they take responsibility for their lives but are not afraid to ask for support.
Absolutely.
Okay, and as usual, I would just like to remind our ladies that the question should never be who's going to let me, it should always be who's going to stop me.